Okay. Hello, and thank you for joining me today, ladies and gentlemen, with this episode of This Is What I Think About That. I'm Sue Carlin. I'm the founder of the Heritage Real Property Group at Keller Williams, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. And today's episode is about forbearance. At the beginning of the pandemic, homeowners with mortgages were offered the opportunity to accept a forbearance. And I've never accepted a forbearance, so I thought I would ask one of my favorite people with whom I have done business, who is an expert in this area, Bill Sokol, to give us an idea of what exactly is forbearance, what are the positives, the negatives, the benefits, and the pitfalls. So Bill, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Sue.
So Bill, I know that your office is in Haddonfield, New Jersey, and I know you've been in business for quite a while, but why don't you tell us a little bit about what it is you do, how long you've been in business, and what's your specialty?
So we've been in business since 2006, and the Sokol Law firm is a real estate law firm. So we're going to handle pretty much whatever you would expect real estate lawyers to do. So, we represent buyers and sellers and residential and some small commercial transactions. We do lots of deeds. We review lots of documents. We create legal documents. But most of what we do is helping distressed homeowners through short sales and things like that. And we've been doing that for over 10 years. I've been open since 2006. And it's been a very interesting ride for sure.
So this issue of the forbearance, the COVID-19 pandemic forbearance has come up. People are asking me about it. Can you give us a real definition of what it is and what are some of the benefits that were brought to the homeowners with regard to the forbearance?
So, mortgage forbearance is basically suspending your payments to a later date. So, if a homeowner goes through a COVID hardship, maybe they lose their job or they get furloughed, they can't afford their mortgage. So their mortgage company will give them a temporary forbearance period, let's say, for example, 6 months. And during those 6 months, they don't have to make any mortgage payments. There's no negative credit reporting. Okay. So it enables people to basically make it through their hardship. And when the hardship ends, they can go back to making their normal monthly payments. And the payments that were missed get added to the end of the loan, meaning most homeowners won't have to pay that money back until they either sell the home, refinance their loan, or until the loan matures.
That almost sounds too good to be true. But as I'm thinking about it, and as people are asking me questions, what are the pitfalls of accepting a forbearance?
Well, yes, it's not too good to be true. It is a great thing. The pitfalls for forbearance is more lined up with the potential homeowner situation. What happens after the forbearance is over and your financial situation hasn't improved? That's the real downside. Instead of putting a Band-Aid on your hardship, because if your hardship doesn't go away and you can't resume your monthly payments when the forbearance is over, you're going to have to look into doing something else.
So I'm trying to think like a homeowner, and let's say that I did accept the forbearance. I was out of work anywhere from 2 to 6 months. When is the forbearance actually due?
You mean the payments that you missed?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, they're not. For most people, they're not going to be due until you sell or refinance the house, or many years from now when the loan actually matures.
Okay, so selling it or refinancing it would be the way to get rid of the forbearance. Is there any way to pay it in advance?
Well, I'm sure your mortgage company would let you. I just don't know why you would.
Yeah, it was a gift. Take advantage of it. Okay, so suppose I've been out of work now 6 months. We're into the 7th month. We're going into the 8th month. The 4th quarter starts today. I'm still not back to work. Not only is my mortgage payment now due and I can't meet it, but other bills are due as well. I've called the bank several times. I've left messages. No one has called me back. My spouse and I are having arguments about this, and maybe we're not even talking at all. I have other past due bills. Bill, it's a mess. As an attorney, what do you recommend that a homeowner in this situation do?
Well, so it may not seem like it, but a homeowner in that situation actually has several options they can look into. Some are better than others. Some have better chances of success than others. So rather than calling your mortgage company and sitting on hold for an hour, getting misinformation, getting the runaround, you're better off contacting a professional, whether it's an attorney or a realtor, just to see what options exist and, you know, what the likelihood of success is for each option, so you can make an educated decision on which option is actually the best for your current situation.
Okay, so obvious choice is, if I'm in trouble with my mortgage, it's better to face it right now. And what you're suggesting is call an attorney or call a real estate agent. So let us say that a client calls me and I go to them and I see that they're behind and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to catch up. I would recommend that they put their house on the market immediately and do a short sale. Would you say that would probably be a good thing?
It'll probably be if they had called me first, it'd probably be the same advice I had given. You know, the only other real option to keep their house, other than maybe an extended forbearance period, would be something called a loan modification. And just from experience, you know, most people aren't going to get the help that they need from doing a loan modification, because a house is still pretty much unaffordable. Not to mention you've also accrued all of these, all of the past due arrearage from doing the forbearance in the first place. So, I mean, you have to come to the realization that you can no longer afford the house. I mean, if you've gone through a negative financial circumstance, a job loss, a business failure, whatever the case is. I mean, at some point you may have to come to the realization that you have to sell your house. And I mean, you can hope you have equity, and if not, then, you know, you're looking at a short sale situation.
Okay, so if someone has equity in the house, there's a possibility that past due amount could be taken out of the proceeds because there is equity, and they could walk away possibly with a little money in their pocket, or maybe completely out of that debt.
Which is, I think, in this market is probably great. I mean, to be able to walk away with your outstanding debt satisfied and a few dollars in your pocket to go towards your next place, whether it be a rental or a purchase, I think that's a real victory. And like I said, if you don't have that, don't let that dissuade you from listing and selling, because there are people out there who can help you do short sales, like us and yourself. And, you know, another great option when you don't have any equity and getting out of a house that you can no longer afford.
So a short sale is the best option if you don't have any equity to get out from under that mortgage.
For many people, yes.
Okay. By the way, those of you who are watching this, if you like what you're hearing and you're getting some information that perhaps you didn't have before, would you press the like button and then subscribe? We would really appreciate that. Listen, I want to give you an idea, first of all, why you should be doing business with Bill Sokol as your real estate attorney. First of all, Bill knows what he's doing. He's done over 2,000
short sales.
Thank you, short sales. And the best part about doing business with Bill Sokol is that when he has your case, when he has your file is assigned to an individual intake caseworker. And every time you call about your short sale, you actually get somebody on the other end. And here's the best part that I like about it. When you're working with the Sokol Law Firm in Haddonfield, New Jersey, if your short sale real estate agent, need to ask what is the update on the file, they actually answer my call. And one other thing, Bill Sokol is the only real estate attorney that I know who actually gives you his cell phone number, so you can text him anytime you need to. But you know, don't text him after 9 o'clock at night. Do it in the daytime.
Well, you know,
listen.
So, you know,
go ahead, Bill.
If you're out of closings and people need questions, you know, don't leave me a voicemail. Text me. It's easier. I can respond to you before I go to the next closing.
And I say that as well. If you need me, text me. That's the best way. So you're probably wondering, how do you get hold of us? Bill, give everyone your contact information, nice and slow.
Sure. The office number is going to be 856-528-2012, and I'm at extension 1. And my cell phone is 856-261-5816. And you can find me on the web at thesokolfirm.com.
Excellent. And those of you who are thinking about having a conversation with me about your short sale, you can reach me at susmyrealtor@gmail.com. And my cell phone number is 856-581-1205. That's 581-1205. I want to thank you, Bill, for being with us. Will you come back and give us more details about short sales?
I'd love to.
I'm looking forward to it. But before we leave, since March of 2020, all of us have been hard hit by the COVID-19 pandemic with the lockdown and the school shut down, businesses shut down, jobs lost, temperatures being taken before you even enter a place of business, constantly washing our hands and surfaces, wearing masks everywhere we go, and the loss of 200,000 Americans. I want to extend my deepest sympathy to you, my friends and family, and my future business friends, because you've probably lost someone. I lost someone in COVID-19. And I do believe we're going to get through this. I do believe there is lots of hope. And with your faith, I want to encourage you with a few words from a very ancient book, the book of Psalms, chapter 91, verses 2 and 11. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge, my fortress, my God. In him will I trust. For he shall give his angels charge over you to keep you in all your ways. This is Susan Carlin, the founder of the Heritage Real Property Group, and my guest, Mr. Bill Sokol, Esquire, thanking you for spending time with us today on This Is What I Think About That, Forbearance. We'll be back with part 2. What is a short sale? Bye for now.
Thanks, sir.